So returning to Hal and Lois to celebrate their 40th anniversary.
Who thought it would last, huh?
Did the whole thing just feel like a giant celebration to you two?
Yes.
It really did, because
That's a good way of putting it.
yeah, and also in the show, the plot of the show is a big celebration.
Exactly.
So we're celebrating in the show, around the show, being back on the show. It was fun. It was a lot
And
of fun.
seeing, the writers, oh my gosh, who we loved and relied on so much for all those years. And Linwood Boomer, who created us, and Tracy, the director, Ken Quapis, and Mike Weaver, who you did such a great impersonation of.
It won't go over here.
I know.
I'm telling you, it's not going to work.
It was an incredible reunion to be back with these people. And I was saying all the little boys, those Krell boys who were the weirdos in with Malcolm, they're grown up and they are
said with affection.
And they're grown up now and quite good looking, but they could slip right back into being grown up weirdos, which was uncanny.
Which they did quite well.
That's what I mean.
We wanted them to be grown-up weirdos.
Absolutely. It sounds like it was a lot of fun.
It was.
And Hal and Lois's love is just this ever-present part of the show. They are one of TV's just most enduring couples. Mm-hmm. It really, it's the testament to marriage, these two. And it's very
battle-tested, I think, is what it looks like, isn't it? But it was nice to be able to play that, to show that despite the chaos that was going on in the house, that's the one element through line that you can always depend on, is that love, not only between husband and wife, but also within the family. It was very subtle and nuanced. You didn't always see it. It wasn't always very obviously apparent, but you felt it. And that's what gave the writers permission to then just take it into it.
Yeah, you've been saying that, and I think that's really true, is that there were a couple episodes we've been thinking of where an outside group really is anti-Lois. And Hal gets wind of it and just defends her and gets rid of, you can't be my friend anymore, basically. His loyalty to her. And I think just... It's a beautiful, unusual, well-tempered love. And they have sex all the time.
Yeah. It's good.
To this day. Yep.
It's good.
How are they showing their love for each other in this revival? There's some singing in the first episode. Can we talk about that?
Oh, gosh. Yeah. There's
singing. There's a floor show. There, the June Taylor dancers are practically coming out.
The conceit is that, Hal often shows his expressions of love toward her. And he wants to do it again for our 40th anniversary. And she said, no. This is mine. This is my time.
This party is my gift to you. You can do things before and you can do things after. This is the property line. You do not cross the property. This is my showing my love to you at this party. And Hal, of course, can't.
It's hard to abide by that edict.
And he has such original ideas of showing love.
Yeah. Expensive ones, too, like renting a tractor. And it's like,
getting the gentleman callers back together.
Yeah, that's like all those uniforms. Gosh. Yeah, it's so much fun and so surprising, even for us, that we're so intrinsically connected to these characters in the show. And yet when you're reading it page by page, you just stop and go, oh my God, you didn't see it. You didn't know where it was going. And that's a real good sign, it's surprising even us.
And have you seen the episodes?
I have. I've seen all 4.
The scene in the bathroom. Do you have any idea how difficult it was to film that scene without laughing? Because Frankie, Malcolm and I we're going to have it out. We're going to have it out. And Craig is in that stall and we rehearsed it, of course, with him present, making those noises, which we had to do because we had to hold for his noise and then we'd go back to our lines. And that is just the genius of this writing on this show, because it cuts any sentimentality. The fact that Malcolm and Lois are finally going to understand what their love for each other means. And that's going on.
Yeah. And Dave Higgins, being the method actor that he is, he truly went through some gastrointestinal problems and was able to flatulate on cue. It's an amazing talent. No,
Could
it's
be a
really
talent.
Well, it was great because his brother was one of our writers. And so when they're trying to get, well, we can bring Craig back. What should he do? His brother's like, I know what he can do. Wrote that scene for him.
It's perfect. That's perfect. Now, working with the boys growing up, last time you worked with them, they were teenagers and young adults. Now they are full-fledged men. What is it like seeing them? Yeah, seeing them go from working with them at that age and then working with them at this age.
For me, it was great to see their maturity. They went from, energetic, eyes wide open, kind of bouncing off the walls. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. And then now they're all grown adults with children of their own, and especially being able to voice their appreciation for what we did when they were young, when they were in their teens and 20. They're not old enough. They don't have the life experience to realize at the time what a gift it was, what a great run this was, and how few actors in the world have that opportunity to have a hit show on a great show. I tell my daughter now, who's on the show The Pit, and I tell her it is hard enough for an actor to get on a bad show. If you get on a good show, you better thank your lucky stars.
Bryan and I were talking about all the shows because we've been around, and the shows that you got, and they were, this is it. This one is going to, they're pulling the plug after 10, over and over and over. And this was, we appreciated it in a way. We were in our 40s and realized, I remember reading that script and thinking, you got to be kidding me. And I knew Todd Holland from something else. I thought he is a good director. But I was like, nobody's good. This is this good. Because TV by that point had become, They're
going to let you do this?
It was just too good to be true.
Yeah. And to have the critics love it as well, to get the attention to the public and for them to watch it. And we got a lucky break being on Sunday night after The Simpsons, and so the stars aligned.
But it also, it won the Peabody Award. It was recognized as New York Magazine or it was somebody who wasn't even an entertainment writer, I think, wrote about this being the most honest marriage. They were talking about marriages in movies and TV, and I said, you don't need to look at movies. Look at this couple on this television series. And I thought,
what was that?
Whoa, that was nice.
What has been the biggest difference for you playing Malcolm as a child versus playing Malcolm as a teen versus playing Malcolm as a full-grown adult?
Oddly, not much. I slipped right back into being Malcolm and felt so unbelievably comfortable, like from second one of being back, 20 years later. I was a little nervous going into it, just to be with everybody again and, to make sure that like the same kind of energy and Malcolm dynamic was still there. But like, honestly, the table read, I remember the first table read, like we were all just reading our parts. And it was like, oh, whoa, we got this. Like, this just feels like home. So it was really, really, really awesome.
And we're sitting in your home right now.
Yeah, that's right.
Which is so what was it like walking back onto the set with it slightly updated?
The first day, literally, we hadn't seen each other in years. They brought us all into the Malcolm house. And, I know the word surreal gets used a lot, but like, it's so rare that you get to go back to something that was a huge part of your life or like childhood and be with the people again and be in the same setting again. And it was crazy. I couldn't believe the amount of memories that were like just like flooding back into my mind of things that we did and filmed and experiences on and off set. And it was really awesome. It was also as if no time had passed at all. Like it'd been 20 years. Like everybody had done so many different things and gone through so many different life changes and stuff like that. And, it felt incredible to get to experience that. Because like I said, it's not something that many people get to do, right? Maybe going back to your old childhood home, but usually like someone else lives in it. You can't really, you know what I mean? Like it's changed completely, right? Like they took out the wall, my room, where this felt really, really comforting.
How much would you say Malcolm has grown up? Probably not too much since he is actively avoiding his family right now.
Yeah, when you meet Malcolm, though, he's in a really good place. You know, Malcolm always kind of had this attitude that life was unfair, right? That his family was holding him back, or his brothers were annoying, or like the world was out to get him type of situation. And when you see him for the first time, like he's in a good place. He's got a great job and career and business, and he's got an amazing girlfriend and amazing relationship with his daughter, and the way he's found to be in that more calm, nice state is a little bit of a surprise, I think, for most of the audience. But no, what I love is it kind of goes full circle. And then there's a nice resolution at the end of what he thought was this pressure, what he thought was, these high expectations and his family kind of holding him back were the things that actually got him into that great mindset and made him the person that he is. Awesome.
I want to talk about the dynamic between Malcolm and Leah.
Yep.
It's such a cute father-daughter
Yep.
situation. And I love that she also has her moments where she talks to the camera directly. I mean, it's perfect.
Yeah.
What was it like getting to play Malcolm as a dad?
It was really fun. It's actually the first time I've played, a dad on TV or film. I really enjoyed having like Keely, who plays Leah, the daughter, come in because she was experiencing what I had experienced 20 years ago. You know what I mean? So it was kind of cool to almost be able to kind of mentor her a little bit, or be able to kind of tell her stories of my experience, because there's not usually a lot of people who can do that, right? Who have kind of been there and done that, you can lean on in that sense. And I wanted to be that for her, you know what I mean? As a person, as like work ethic wise, and then even what's to come, like what the future may hold if lots of people watch the show and get to know her and stuff like that. But I really loved it. I love the relationship that they have. I had a really, really good time for sure.
Could you ever see her having a Leah spinoff? Leah in the middle?
I think it would be a very great show, and I think that people should be thinking about it. I think it'd be amazing. There's so many moving pieces, obviously, of making a show happen and all that. But I think there would definitely be an audience for that, 100%.
I know there's a lot of unhinged things that happen in these 4 episodes that you can't talk about. Is there anything that you can tease out of context? What was your most unhinged moment?
Oh man, what I think about these 4 episodes, it's only 4 episodes, right? So I like to not warn people of that, right? But it does pack a lot in. But for me, as an actor and even as a character, every single emotion on the planet is experienced in those 4 episodes. So it was actually really, really fun for me to get to do that and play all that. And I was really proud of what we made. It's not many times that I've said that as an actor, where like I get off set and I'm like, I'm like, I don't know, was that good? I don't know. I should have done it this way, where we had such a good time and I felt so comfortable. Like I remember going home every day after being on set and being like, that's exactly how I want to do that. That felt really good. That was fun. You know what I mean? And it was a cool feeling as an actor to have that.